Hi guys. Today I'm going to talk about menopause. I've had quite a few requests from my viewers asking what it's like, when you go through it, and just want to know, you know, what to look for. Okay. I don't know how old I was when I went into menopause because I had a hysterectomy when I was 42. And not a complete hysterectomy, they left the ovaries. They took out the uterus and, that was it. But they left the ovaries intact. So, it seems like once I hit my 50s, I started with the night sweats, feeling like I was on the verge of tears a lot, really melancholy. I'd feel like I was going to start crying if I saw a commercial, a sad commercial. And I would get a little crabbier, I not crabbier, but I was just quick to react sporadically, I guess, to negative things that I would usually be able to brush it off. So anyways, that kind of, it wasn't too bad. It's not like I was like that all the time. I think it was just when my hormones was still kind of like fluctuating down, and I felt like just different. Now that I'm 58, I notice a lot more changes, but I don't know if it's from from menopause, from the change, or from actual aging. The big 5-9 is coming up next month, and it's just a number. But the things I've noticed changing in myself are my hair. My hair is getting a little thinner, where I part it. I don't know if it's just because I'm parting it this way and the products I'm using or not. But so my hair has got a little, not, I would say finer, like baby fine, but it has thinned out in here. Let's see. Another thing I noticed is I've always had oil, in my skin. I've always had oily skin. Not oily, but like, I don't know, what would you call it? Like half and half. T-zone would be oily, yeah. Right down the middle of the face and across the forehead. And my cheeks were never oily, and but I would break out on them. Since I went into the change, I have not had problems with oil. And I really don't have problems that much with dryness. I'll let you know this winter. In the winter time, in the summer I don't use any moisturizer at all. I just, where the heck is it? I wash my face with Purity Made Simple. I use OxyClinical treatment pads to, after I wash my face, to just make sure every bit of makeup and dirt and everything is off my skin, and it also has salicylic acid in it. So it leaves like a little coating on your skin, and works all day, works all night, whenever you put it on. And at night I use my trusty Hope in a Jar by Philosophy. I love this stuff. A lot of people don't like the smell of it, but I really like it. So that's what I do on my menopausal skin. I take a multivitamin. I take fish oil capsules. I take a vitamin D3, and I think that's about it for the vitamins. I drink a lot of juices. I don't drink a lot of water. I drink a lot of tea during the day. I eat a balanced diet. I try. Sometimes it's not balanced at all, but I try. But I mean, I'm sure if I was unbalanced on something, it would come. It would show somewhere. Maybe that's why my hair is thinning out. Look at this. You know, it's just. I've always had these little widow peak things. It's my family is that's just their hairline, but I don't know. This is maybe it's just because I needed a dye job. I need some highlights put in there because it looks dark. I don't know. But anyways, the hair, the skin, the stomach. I have definitely put on weight in my stomach, my midsection. I think it runs in the family that none of us women in my family have ever had like completely flat washboard stomachs. Before I had kids, I was in a size. God, I would actually fluctuate between like a size 0 and a size 2. I mean, I was a stick. And then once I had kids, I went into a size 5. And then once when I got past that, that was like a 5 juniors. And then I went into a 6 ladies, or regular 6. And now I'm between, it's like between a 6 and an 8. It depends. I can go into a 6. It depends on the make. I mean, I could fit into a 4 on some makes because they run big. It just depends. But that's what I've noticed, as I've gotten older and, menopause, is that it's not as easy to lose weight anymore. I used to be able to eat whatever I want. Right up until, my 40s even. And I would eat, and I guess I had a high metabolism because my dad was like that too. And I keep going all day. I'm kind of like, the Energized Bunny. I just keep going. And then at night I just collapse. But I guess we have high energy or something runs in the family. But that has slowed down considerably. Thank God, because I think I would have driven my husband crazy. Another thing that comes when I think I'm through menopause now. I don't get any more symptoms. Everything's kind of leveled off. My ovaries are probably the size of raisins right now. They're so shriveled up. But the good thing that comes after menopause is not only you do not get your here we go again. It's this. I gotta move it. Not only do you not get your period, you just there's a lot of things that you don't have to worry about anymore. Pregnancy, buying Tampax or pads, or being out somewhere and realizing, oops, it's that time of the month, and ruin a pair of pants, and the hot flashes are over, the mood swings are over. You just kind of mellow out, and then you realize that, you know what, I'm in a whole new phase of my life now. My kids are grown. My body's changing, and I can look down and I can laugh at it. I mean, what else can you do? The wrinkles are creeping in around the eyes, and, if I go like this, I mean, nobody walks around like that, but when I was doing that video the other night, I noticed when I was doing Mimi, I'm getting a little right here into my neck, like this little pouch, a little saggage in the eyelids, not just creepiness, I should say. My lips are getting thinner. Thank God I always had full lips. My dad's side of the family, the Swedes, they all have full lips, and I thank God for that, because I think My mother's lips are like kind of like disappeared when she got older. So I still have full lips. I mean, I have a little bit of what do you call it? I got lipstick on and I have a little bit of lip liner around the edge. But I mean, I stayed right on my line. But let's see, what else? I don't know. It just brings the best part about it. The best part about growing older, actually, is I mean, at 58, I know who I am. I mean, it might have taken me a long time to realize, who is Colleen? Who was Colleen when I was growing up? Who was Colleen before I had kids, when I became a wife? Who is Colleen after the kids? After I had kids. Am I a wife? I'm a mother and a wife, and how do I juggle this? And then it became, when the kids went off to college and they left the nest, it's, empty nest syndrome. And who is Colleen now? Who am I? And you get to reinvent your life. When the kids are gone, and it's just you and your husband, and you're retired, you get to reinvent. Your time is your own. You have time to do what you want. You know who you are. You don't take any crap from anybody because you've been around the block a few times yourself and you know how to play the game if somebody wants to play. But, I mean, I've come across all kinds of people in my life. I've dealt with people in the workplace. I've dealt with people from all walks of life and all types of people. And you have to, by the time you hit my age, you pretty much develop a tough skin. Things don't bother me if people say things about me or whatever, if they are not a lie. If things are a lie that they say about me, that's when my claws come out. And that's where it really pisses me off because I hate liars. I hate them. I mean, let's put it this way. I hate lies. I don't hate anybody. I hate lies. I don't see any reason to lie unless you are trying to cover up something or do something wrong and you're putting on another face to the world. There's no reason to lie. On my channel, you pretty much see it all. You see the good, the bad, the ugly. When I get up in the morning, you've seen me without makeup. You've seen me with makeup. You've seen me having a bad makeup day. You've seen me having a bad hair day. You've seen me when I look fat. You've seen me when I look pregnant. I don't care. I am who I am, and that's one of the things that come with growing older. It's time to enjoy life. When I was younger, I cared what other people think. I cared, what the neighbors thought. Oh my God, don't tell anybody. What will the neighbors think? What will the neighbors think if we paint our house that color? It's just, life is too short. Who cares what the neighbors think? Who cares what the lady down the street thinks? If she sees you in that goofy hat, or, walking down the street with your dog, or the mailman sees you with no makeup. Who cares? He doesn't pay my bills. He doesn't live my life. I don't know. There comes a certain kind of, I guess you build up this tenacity as you get older. And you dig your heels in. And you just don't let anybody cross you because nobody knows what's going to come flying out of your mouth because you've heard it all. You get in silly moods where sometimes you let the F-bomb fly. And you let the chips fall where they may. I don't do anything reckless, though. I mean, I know enough not to do anything reckless or anything that will put anyone at harm or to hurt anyone. If anything, I've learned to make fun of myself. What else can you do? You hit a certain age, you know, you don't look like you used to look when you were younger. You look at old pictures of yourself, and then you look in the mirror and you say, who the hell is this? And I think that's just, you just learn to just deal with it, and it is what it is. And then you look outside at a beautiful day, you look at your, you know, your husband and your kids or your loved ones or, you know, your friends, and you say, wow, you know, I've built a pretty good life and picked out some pretty good people to spend it with. And, you know, it's you become awful picky about your friends too. Very picky about your friends. There are some friends who are, you know, there's different kinds of friends. There's casual friends. There are fair weather friends. There are school days friends. There are friends that you meet and you know they're going to be friends for life. And there are friends that sometimes you didn't like them when you first met them, and then all of a sudden it's like, you click. Because of your differences, you click. And I guess menopause has just made me realize all these different things. Everything kind of like, while I was going through my crazy menopause and had, you know, fuzzy brain or whatever they call it, you know, where you can't, you know, think out a steady thought. You can't get a sentence out of your mouth without stumbling over it or whatever. After that all settled down, after the dust settles, it kind of clicks into gear, and all of a sudden everything becomes crystal clear. You clear out the people in your life that are just taking up space. Negative people. People who aren't happy for your accomplishments or, you know, are envious, or you just clear them all away, sweep them away. And the good solid ones will stand behind. And those are the ones that will be there, you know, holding your hand when you die. Cleaning up after you when you're, you know, sick in bed, and holding the bucket while you throw up. I mean, not to get graphic, but, you know, that's how you know a good friend, because they will be there to sweep up the no other way to put it, but the shit that life dishes out to us. They'll help clean it up and be there to hold your hand. Anyways, I don't know what else to tell you on menopause, other than the thinning hair, the skin getting drier. I don't know. I don't take a hormone because I have been exposed to diethylstilbestrol when I was in utero, and it's a drug that they gave women back in the 50s, I guess. I was born in 54, to prevent miscarriage. And so my mother had miscarried with me. I mean, with me, yeah. My mother had miscarried before me, and so with me she took that drug, and they found out afterwards that it caused a high incidence of cancer. It puts your risk like way up there, like, you know, way above the norm. So I could never take birth control pills throughout my life. I could never be exposed to estrogen. I can't use anything like that. So, as my estrogen increases, as my estrogen decreases, I think that's why my doctor has put me on the fish oil for my heart and for my, skin and nails and all that stuff. And the vitamin D, vitamin D3, and that's for sunlight, if you don't get out and get enough sunlight, because winters are long up here, and it gets dark like at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the winter. So, just stuff like that. That's about all I can tell you. And try to stay on a portioned, not portioned all the time, but portioned for your weight and your exercise level, your activity level, I should say. I don't exercise. I hate exercise. So when I eat like a friggin' pig. There's no two ways about it. When I sit down to a meal, I eat, I fill my plate up, and sometimes I'll have 2 helpings. But I don't eat breakfast, very rarely eat lunch. I'll have an apple, or crackers and cheese around noontime. And then I drink coffee in the morning and tea for the rest of the day. But I really don't have any healthy meal stuff to tell you about. This is just what works for me, by accident, actually, because I don't plan how I eat or anything like that, so it's just what works for me. But anyways, that's about it. I guess that's it for my little menopause thing. If you have any questions, anything that I failed to mention, anything personal, women's personal stuff, and you would like to ask, if you're a woman going through menopause, private message me, and I would be glad to answer it. If I know who you are, if I know you well. I don't want people coming on here like being a guy posing as a girl, asking, personal questions and then me answering them, on a private message. I don't think so. But you know what I'm saying. So I hope you're all having a good day, and I will talk to you soon, guys. Take it easy. Bye-bye.